Hello Pisces, and welcome to your April reading. I hope your March has been peaceful and productive. Let's get straight into your reading for April and see what we have. If you have already subscribed to the channel and maybe you watched the video for March, please let me know what your experience of it was, if it resonated through the month for you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I'd be really grateful if you could support my building of this channel so that I can continue to do what I do. If you could also leave me comments in the box below to let me know what you thought of this reading, I'd be grateful. Okay, the first card out, we have the Page of Wands. And then we have the Lover's card. I'm seeing these two cards quite a lot. For April, for all the signs, most of them. Okay, let's see what else we have. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, okay. So we have the Hanged Man. See what else we have. I don't know if you've been feeling the energies through March, but they've been pretty intense. There's been a lot of deep introspection and deep healing going on, a lot of big changes for people, or certainly refocusing anyway. This one wants to come out. Page of Cups. I'm going to put him back in and see if he comes out naturally. Thank you, Spirit. Please show us the cards for guidance for Pisces. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to take the cards that hit the deck first, which is the Star, the Emperor, and the Four of Swords. I kind of want to put these the other way around, but let's see how the spread comes out, and I might change my mind. Looking for the last two now, Pisces. That's a lot, so I'm going to reshuffle. Okay, there's the last two. So we have the Ten of Wands and the Two of Cups. Let me just have a look at this energy now, Pisces. Okay, interesting. So the Page of Wands basically brings in energy. He brings in a potential, a catalyst, an opportunity, if you like. And the Wands are about growth, and often it's personal growth as much as it's physical or kind of emotional and financial. It speaks about us on the path of life, us on the tree of life, if you like, as we are all branches of that tree. And so the Wands comes in to signify that perhaps you're ready for a new journey, Pisces. You're ready to investigate deeper, or you're ready to raise yourself up into another level of wisdom. Then we have the Lover's card, which comes in often people rather speak of lovers and they say it's about relationship. But essentially it's about relationship with self. It's about who we're going to be and how we're going to be. The Lover's card is about a personal alchemy. It's also about choice. Sometimes it can be, in a reading, it can be about having a choice between two energies, two options, sometimes in relationships. But it's about a choice in the way to be. It's about raising our personal vibration so that we are whole. Now the Hanged Man comes in to tell me that there's been, or there may be right now, this kind of pause on things for you. Things might feel a little bit stagnant and as though you've come to a standstill. But actually this time of kind of doing not a great deal has given you a chance to really look at things from a different angle. The Hanged Man comes in to show us things from a different perspective and asks us to shed light on things that perhaps we've been seeing backward or we've not been seeing clearly. It also allows the universe to kind of put the cogs into place and allow the connections to be made both mentally and emotionally within ourselves and physically in the outer world. So the Hanged Man has come in here on your spiritual path, your path of self-growth, and he's kind of, you know, really trying to push the fact that you need to look at something from a different perspective, and it will really help you to move on. It will help you to kind of shift a block, if you like. Now, the Star card speaks about universal healing. It speaks about a wish granted. Sometimes we have our deepest wishes held down because we might believe we're unworthy, we might believe it's not possible, or we, you know, it's always that the goalposts are moving for our satisfaction, for our peace and happiness. But I really feel as though something's coming through here. You're kind of coming through a certain level and stage, particularly I feel with this page coming in to shift the energy. And this connection to the universe we have, they hear our pleas and they understand at which point, you know, shift and change and kind of does us best, if you like. Now, the Star card is also, as I say, the universal blessing. So it's also about reward for work hard won, or work well done, rather. Sorry for mixing my words up at the moment. The Four of Swords now is also about healing. So whatever you've been coming through, Pisces, whatever imbalance there has been, it's really served to give you great clarity on perhaps where you are vulnerable or where you are lacking, and where you need to become whole. And the Four of Swords talks about the healing after the battle, stepping back to have a look at what you have won and what you have lost, and to see within yourself, mentally, emotionally, where you can kind of bolster your defenses, if you like, or to allow things to flow, maybe. The swords are about mental processes, so sometimes we block ourselves because we refuse to see things, or we're fighting from a place that is no longer valid, from a reason that is doesn't serve us in the long term. So the kind of processing and analysing of the Four of Swords, A, gives us respite, and B, gives us clarity to move forward. Now, the Emperor is an interesting energy in this spread because, I mean, he could be a character in your life, and a fire sign, maybe even Aries, but he comes in with almost like a childlike passion, a very direct, creative energy, and he knows exactly how he's going to move forward. He's like the master tactician. So what we've got here is, after your kind of stress and your pain, if you like, and then having gone through the healing and gained the understanding, you now have a platform and a strength and a wisdom to move forward here with the Emperor. The Ten of Wands lets me know that the kind of stress and the lessons, you've come to the end of this cycle of lessons. And, you know, we do sometimes feel quite overburdened, and as though there isn't going to be this respite, we're never going to have peace. But I can assure you that with the tens, the cycle definitely is closing. And then the Two of Cups, what a way to end the first layer here, Pisces. Two of Cups are very nourishing. They're very healing. It can indicate soulmates, twin flames. It indicates a very nurturing relationship with somebody, or it also indicates a balance within ourselves. And I'll go back to the Lovers card here. So there's potentially a relationship around you that you have a deeper understanding of, or something has ended here with the Ten of Wands, and you're looking at finding this balance of nurturing and healing. In the traditional card, the Rider-Waite card for the Two of Cups, there is the Caduceus and the Phoenix, And they are both indicative of healing and rebirth, respectively. So there's definitely a new start coming in here, Pisces. Let's get some cards to clarify. Wow. Okay. 3 cards straight out. 4, actually. I'm going to reshuffle because I feel if they are for you, they will return. Thank you, angels. So we have the 2 of Swords out. The World. Okay. So we have the Knight of Wands, the 10 of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles. Oh. I'm going to put him out and put the others back. So we have the Knight of Swords. We have the Strength, which just flipped in my hand for me to see. And then 2 of Cups, please, angels. Ah, lovely energy, Pisces. All right, let's have a look at where this is going. All right, so the 2 of Swords speaks about having to make a decision. Now, we've already had the Lovers card in your spread, but this is very much a kind of a mix of mental and emotional energies, the 2 of Swords being the mental, and the body of water and the moon here being the emotional. So this is something that you're very conflicted over. The body of water is not being looked at. The lady is sitting here with a blindfold on and she has her back to the water. So to me, it's almost as though she is wanting to ignore the emotion and is still trying to make a decision. But ultimately, with the new moon here, it signifies that what she needs to do is turn and dive into those waters, into those emotions, and then the decision of the 2 swords will become clear. So, excuse me, losing my voice. So with the Page of Wands, I think what this is this catalyst of the Page of Wands is getting you to go deep within, getting you to look at those emotions. Then you can make a very clear decision. Obviously, there's been some, how can I say, there's been some confusion as to which way to go and how to feel, maybe. And so the Page of Wands is bringing you this spiritual insight, this catalyst to dive into those emotions and have the new start that the new moon indicates here. The World card over the Lovers is interesting too, because it also speaks about coming through from one stage in your life path into another. The World brings in all the elements to shift us forward into another level, if you like. It's kind of fated or destiny, and it's almost as though we've done, or we're doing the work on ourselves in order to push us forward into the next part of our journey. Okay, the Knight of Wands is a very fiery and catalytic energy, sometimes a little bit impulsive and not considered enough. And so maybe there's an energy here that needs to be contemplated a lot more. And so the Hanged Man comes in to just hold us back a little bit from jumping the gun. The Knight of Wands is very passionate and he gets the job done, but he can also be a little bit ill-considered. So that's why the universe kind of wants to put you on pause here, because it wants you to consider all the aspects. It wants you to see all of the kind of facets of what is going on around you. Then we have the Ten of Wands over the Star. Now, we already have the Ten of Wands in the base reading. The Ten of Wands is about being at the end of a cycle, about being able to put down all of the stresses and strains, the heavy lessons, and get some respite in the village or the town up ahead. You may not feel that right now, Pisces. You may not even see an opportunity for this respite. But rest assured, the universe has that coming towards you. It may well take some time. We have the Hanged Man here, but it's definitely on the way, and you're not to give up hope. So the Two of Pentacles over the Four of Swords. The Two of Pentacles speaks about balance. It can be balance between your emotional and physical, or your career and work and your home and family. So there's definitely something here that has been a point of stress for you, Pisces. You're trying to, or you have been trying to juggle, and maybe feeling a little bit unstable in doing so. It could be that you're trying to juggle your dreams and visions against your the expectations of family, perhaps. And so maybe there's been a battle, maybe there's been kind of stress with regards to that. And you've been looking at how you are tied emotionally to certain things. And now with the Four of Swords, you're gaining some perspective and some understanding of what those ties entailed. You see the cord here with the heart, and you're able to kind of meditate through what is going to serve you going forward. And eventually the Two of Pentacles does get his balance. He is able to reground himself through that process of healing. The Knight of Swords is perfect over the Emperor here after your spread of cards. Because as I say, the Emperor is the master tactician, and the Knight of Swords brings a huge clarity. He cuts through the white noise, he cuts through the confusion and the kind of superfluous information, and gets straight to the point. He's also a message bringer, so there may well be information coming into you, phone calls, texts, emails, that might enlighten you or might give you the information so you can go forward and create in a very passionate and strong way. Either way, the clarity that you've gained is going to help you move forward. The Strength card over the Ten of Wands. Well, don't we all need a little bit of bolstering after we've been through the mill? Now, the Strength card is not only strength from the universe, kind of they recognise what we're going through, what we've been through, but it's also about mastery of self. It's about strength over the beast within, our inner will, if you like. Sometimes we allow our beast nature or our lower nature to control what we do, how we think, and we kind of get into trouble with those energies. And so what this is about is kind of raising ourselves above that fear, that anxiety, that ego, and those kind of desires, to be quiet in our process, to be, how can I say, to keep our own counsel, to hold things and observe. So the Strength card is definitely one of wisdom, and a wisdom over self, if you like. So coming over the Ten of Wands, I really like the fact that having learned the lessons, you gain the inner strength here. The Magician is a card that is about manifesting the heavens upon the earth, and having all the tools at his disposal, the wands, the swords, the cups and the pentacles. It indicates that you have all of the elements at hand. Now, you may not see it, as I say. We've had two Tens of Wands here, so perhaps you're not quite seeing the respite up ahead. But what it indicates to me is he has universal backing with the symbol of infinity here. And he is a portal for kind of beautiful things to manifest here on earth. So you have this energy and this power to bring about the dreams and visions you have, and to create them into reality. And that can be your own personal alchemy and healing, and it can also be the relationships that you're looking for. I'm going to pull you two advice cards now to see if we can gain a little more clarity for April. Thank you, Spirit. Please show me clarity. Thank you. And one more. Oh, and there we are. Okay, so the first card is guidance, and then we have postponement. Guidance is literally that we sometimes ignore the instinct and the inner voice that we hear and we feel. You know, that little voice in the back of your head, the little warning voice when we know we're doing something we shouldn't, or that voice of direction, do this, or go there, or ring that person. Now, Pisces, you have this in spades, and if you're listening to it, great, and if you're not, please start to pay attention. The energy is pushing you towards a more spiritual connection with yourself, a deeper understanding of your innate abilities and your power. You may well have somebody around you who acts as this guidance, literally, this voice of reason, this insight, somebody who knows you quite well. Or maybe you've been practicing listening to this voice within, that it's become more powerful or more insistent, as it invariably does. And you're learning to connect with that voice as a guidance for your higher good. So the postponement card for me is interesting in this reading. It's talking about, this lady, she's looking through this window frame, if you like, and she's looking at this very beautifully coloured landscape, but her landscape is very grey and dull. And also in her dress you can see that there's partially a rainbow, and it indicates the dreams and visions that she has, but she's kind of not stepping through the frame. She's not taking the chance, she's not taking the risk. She's putting it off for whatever reason, due to, and I'll go all the way back to self-worth, and also to a feeling of not being able to see things as they truly are. So this is not just a dream, this is something that you can create, as with the magician coming in down here. So don't put things off, really try to suss things out and put your foot into that landscape, because, you know, if you don't do it, you'll never know. It's as simple as that, Pisces. I'm going to pull you a outcome card now for April. Get my words out properly. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, there we go. Wow. So we have the Chariot. The Chariot is another water sign card. It's Cancer. But it speaks about the darkness and the light that we all have within us. It speaks about our duality, if you like. Basically, it's saying, look, you have these two aspects of yourself. The darkness within can be your fears, can be your ego, it can be your jealousy. You know, there are aspects of all of us that we try to hide, or we hold down and try to control. And sometimes it kind of comes up to deal with, and we might start pushing it down again. But the Chariot asks you to examine it and really go down into the root of it, to discover kind of where its root lies. Sometimes if you kind of face the monster in the corner, it doesn't, you know, it no longer is the monster. And so the Chariot asks us to bring this duality into alchemy, into balance, so that we can utilize our full power to move forward. The Chariot is about movement, it's about growth, it's about journey. So this is definitely pulling you forward through April, asking you to go full steam ahead with all of your energy. Well, Pisces, I wish you the very best through April. Please let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.